Welcome to the How-To series. The topic for this how-to is transitioning. You will see many examples of transitions and how they are supported in the classroom. Some of the children you will see may not have a diagnosis of ASD. However, the examples all depict strategies and teaching practices that can be beneficial for all children. Due to the primary and secondary characteristics of ASD, transitioning from location to location and activity to activity can be difficult for many children. Children may experience high anxiety and frustration, especially if the child does not know what is going to happen next, how much time they have left to complete the transition, or how much time they have until the transition begins. Transitioning is much easier for the child if they are supported properly and the child knows what is going to happen next. There are many tools available to help children with transitioning. This includes environmental considerations such as physical structure and the use of clearly defined spaces. Structure in the environment lets the child know what is expected. It helps the child know what to do and where to do it, such as if you use a clearly defined circle time area or a clearly defined small group area. Also, using visual clarity or visual structure ensures that the area is visually organized. This can mean limiting visual stimuli in a classroom, but it can also mean using color coding to organize and help the child navigate. Because children with ASD often have difficulty with auditory information, visual supports make expectations very concrete and clear. A visual support can show the child what to do and when to do it. Further, creating routines and utilizing schedules assists children with time management and successful transitioning between locations and activities. Don't forget, prompting and reinforcement are also very important tools for children with ASD. All of these tools will assist the child in transitioning successfully. Let's look at some photos that depict examples of tools that help children transition. In these next photos, you will notice examples of physical structure, visual clarity, visual supports, and schedules. In this first photo, you will notice an example of a large group area. Even without the label identifying this area, you could probably guess that circle time happens in this part of the room. This is a great example of using physical structure to make expectations very clear for children. Here is another example, this time of a small group area. Notice how the furniture and carpeting are used to set this area apart from the rest of the classroom. Finally, notice this example of the play area. Notice how this play area has clear boundaries that set it apart from other areas in the classroom, such as large group or snack areas. In terms of visual clarity, notice how the teacher has limited the visual stimuli on the walls of this classroom. Further, notice that some areas utilized color coding, visual matching, and the teacher has also reduced visual stimuli on the table as well, all of which helps children understand expectations and assist with transitioning from location to location and activity to activity. Visual supports assist children with transitioning as well. Look at this child's social story used to help him transition after playtime. The visual support includes information to help the child transition to cleaning up. Visual supports can be individualized based on the child's needs, abilities, and interests. Finally, schedules are often very useful tools for transitioning. Let's watch an example of a teacher discussing the day's schedule with her children.
And then we had something different. We got our what?
Puzzle.
Pictures taken. And then we did table work. We did. And now it is time to
Playtime.
play center.
What do we do at
Let's watch some video examples of tools being used to support transitions in the classroom. In this example, a dinosaur mat was used to help a child transition to lunchtime. The child has a strong interest in dinosaurs, so the teacher added the mat to make lunch more motivating for him. The child often resisted transitioning, especially the transition to washing his hands after lunch. The teacher would give the child this mat after completing the hand-washing steps. The addition of the dinosaur mat ended up helping the child with transitioning and completing the routine.
Oh, you have dinosaurs? Yeah, on down. Where's their names? What's their names?
Did you need a fork or did you need a spoon?
Pencil and Blanco and the red guy.
As you can see, the examples all demonstrated how a variety of tools can help support transitioning. Now that you've seen some examples of tools that can assist children with transitioning, you are more aware of how to support this crucial skill in the preschool classroom. Remember, due to the primary and secondary characteristics of ASD, transitioning from location to location and activity to activity can be difficult for many children. Children may experience high anxiety and frustration, especially if the child does not know what is going to happen next, how much time they have left to complete the transition, or how much time they have left until the transition begins. Transitioning is much easier for the child if they are supported properly and the child knows what is going to happen next.